Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Benny, and today we're going to be playing a newly buffed deck in Clash Royale. Oh my gosh, this guy just played an Egolem right off the start there. I can't believe that. Let's get a turret down here to give us a little bit of extra firepower and hope that we can defend all of this. But I figured that, you know what, it was time for me to push into Ultimate Champion. It was time to stop lacking a little bit, and so we are going to be doing that. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and cycle my guards here. And then if he goes ahead and pops that Skeleton King ability, it's really not a big deal. And then let's actually go for a cannon card here. Screw it. You know, he used so much elixir. That is crazy. Let's get the snowball down. I don't know if we're going to get that cannon card on the tower, but I think we actually should be able to get some good offense. At the very least, we got the guards on that left side tower, and that's what happens when you play that Egolem first play like that. But as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. You know, I'm trying to push into Ultimate Champion. I've been lacking a little bit, so I figured we should use a deck that is really strong. And I think everybody knows that Graveyard is busted right now, so you know, why wouldn't we use that deck? Now, I'm also curious what your guys' thoughts are on the state of Clash Royale. Are you guys having a better season than you usually do? Are you guys having a worse season? Where is it at for you guys? Now, he's going to hit me with a lightning there, which was actually pretty disrespectful, but I can just play my guards pretty easily here. And then, yeah, I don't really know what brother was thinking either. I'm going to go ahead and play my cannon card at the bridge here and then go for the graveyard. And you guys are going to notice the graveyard placement is a little bit different. I'm going to hold on to that snowball for the Skarmy. Let's go ahead and just get that down right on the tower there. And then hopefully the graveyard can give us some nice damage there. And we're going to get some good damage on both towers. However, we do have to be careful because when this guy goes for a push, he's going to get some value out of it. He's going to yawn there because he's... I don't really know why he's yawning. Honestly, he's the one that's playing the Brain Dead deck, not me. Now, let's go ahead and... Ooh, what do I want to do here, guys? He's going to go for that Evo E-Drag, and it's going to shred through everything I own. Yeah, okay, so there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Musketeer here, actually. And then... I'm gonna hold off for a second. Let's play the Vines now, and then let's just get the Knight onto that. And then we can probably pull it back if we need to, depending on how he plays this next. We've got the Cannon card here. We can also go ahead and get the Musketeer down, and we are going to defend that entire push pretty easily. Now I'm going to go ahead and play the Mortar opposite lane, because, you know, when it comes to brain dead people, 2 lanes really just kind of overloads their brain a little bit. And then let's go ahead, let's actually snowball and get rid of that stuff there. I'll get the guards down on that side. Let's get a graveyard down on that opposite lane there. And then... okay, I'm going to go ahead and play the Musketeer here. That was a good Goblin Curse there, to be honest with you guys. But we do get the Mortar Lock on that side. Let's get the Musketeer down on this side. Let's go ahead and just get the Snowball down to make sure that we don't take too much damage. I can't stack up in this lane because he does have the Lightning. So instead I'm going to go for the cannon card at the bridge. Okay, that was that was kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting him to do that. Let's go ahead and let's pop a turret down here on this side just to give us a little bit more action there and help take that stuff out. And then I'm going to go ahead and snowball there. We got some good damage on the tower. I don't really know how much damage we can actually get from everything, but I'm just going to go ahead and play the graveyard there. And then let's go ahead and let's play the vines there, and hopefully we can get enough damage on that tower, or at least we can cycle to everything. And we're going to get the win against a brain dead player, so let's give him a good game, let's give him a good luck, and let's go on to the next match. Alright guys, we're on to the next matchup. I'm just going to go ahead and start the Knight in the back because that's a safe play, and then we'll kind of go from there. He's going to play his Hero Knight in the back. I'm fine with that. I'm going to go ahead and cannon card here. Just because he played his Hero Knight in the back there, you know, the cannon card's a great way to take that out, and it's a nice way to kind of slow push, and as it gets delayed on that Hero Knight as well, we're going to get some good value out of it. Now, I'm honestly tempted. I think I'm going to go ahead and play my Vines here, just to stop that Musketeer for a second, and then he's going to go ahead and play the Ice Golem and an Ice Spirit. That's fine with me. I'm just going to let the cannon card do its thing, and then I'm actually going to... Ooh, oh my gosh, that was a terrible Mortar. I thought the cannon card was in range of the Musketeer, and that was honestly entirely my fault. That was a horrible play. We were doing so good there. I was feeling so good, and then we just totally screwed that up. However, we are going to have decent damage on all of that, so I don't think it's going to be difficult to defend. I'm just going to go ahead and play the guards here to take out that Musketeer, and then we're going to chill out a little bit. I don't want to overspend. I think this guy's running Balloon Cycle, and that is definitely a tougher matchup for us because our only counter is going to be the Musketeer. I mean, like, we have Vines and Snowball, don't get me wrong, but that's not a great exchange for us, so I just want to be a little bit careful here. However, being careful never won you the lottery, so let's go in with a with a graveyard push here. I've got my Vines ready for everything. Oh my gosh, okay, let's get that Snowball. Please get rid of all the Evo Skellies. Okay, at least we will take them all out, and we get a tiny bit of damage, but we stop him from having a counter push at least. So, I mean, did it work? No, but did we get 3 crowned because of it? Probably not. I hope not. I'm praying not. We'll see. Okay, what do I want to do here? I'm going to go ahead. Let's just play the mortar here. He used his cannon. He's probably going to go musketeer with everything else. There's the evil musketeer. That's actually fine with me because he did put a lot of elixir into that. So I'm going to start my cannon card in the back here because I have my hero knight. He's going to play his hero knight to try to keep that musketeer alive. Totally fine with that. Not a big deal. What? Why is that? Why is that even a thing in this guy's deck? That is not something I expected at all. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get the graveyard down here. He doesn't have evil skellies, I don't think. We do have vines here at the ready. I'm going to go ahead and vines now just so that we can get a little bit of extra tower damage there. I'm not expecting a lot, but I am hoping for a little, and that's what we get. And then he has to play his ice golem. I'm going to cannon card here again. If he lightnings, that's completely okay with me. Because then we have a safe way that we can just go ahead and cycle our musketeer again. We have the cannon cart on defense there, and then we can go ahead and play the mortar here. Now I'm going to go ahead and get a knight in front of that in case he tries to hero or evil musk, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the graveyard there. We've got the vines ready. Let's go ahead, let's pull the tower plus the musketeer onto that. And then I'm going to go ahead and play the vines here. We're going to catch a decent amount of it, and we should get some mortar splash there actually onto the tower, which is going to be very nice for us. And then we do need to be ready for his next push. I'll play the cannon card again because if he has a balloon, if I'm right about my guess here, him playing that balloon will actually allow the cannon card to gain its turret mode, and so then the balloon will get pulled by that. I'm going to play the mortar again here. He did mess up his play there. Let's go ahead, let's cycle the knight in the back here. I'm just going to use my snowball just to cycle and get a little bit of damage onto all of that. We do have the hero knight down. He's going to go for the musketeer up high. I'm just going to go ahead and play the vines onto all of that, as well as use the cannon card to snipe. He's going to mess up the hero knight play there. And that's okay with me. Let's go ahead, let's get the musketeer down, and then let's go ahead and play the graveyard. We do have the Evo snowball now. I'm going to go ahead and pop that hero knight ability, and then let's go ahead, let's Evo snowball there for the Evo skellies, and we're going to take that out and slow the tower down, and that is going to be a win. So let's give him a good game, let's give him a good luck, and go on into the next one. Alright, you guys, we are on to the next matchup here. This guy is going for the wall breakers right off the start. I don't know what is going on with people being so aggressive here in Royal Champion. Is this the Royal Champion mindset, man? I don't know. But let's go ahead, let's start our cannon cart in the back because he went so aggressive there. Oh my gosh, like, you are annoying. I could have went for my snowball there, but if I'm being honest, I know I would have messed it up, so that's why I didn't do it. And then we've got the mortar down there. Ooh, see, the Dark Goblin is what's really annoying in this matchup here. I'm just going to go ahead and snowball and see if we can do anything at all, which we can't, but at least the cannon cart's still alive, and we will get the mortar lock, so it's going to do literally nothing for us, honestly. In this matchup here, I'm going to be real with you guys, okay? It's a tough matchup because, you know, it's hard not to overspend on defense here. I think realistically we need to build up a slow push against this guy. That's kind of the only way that I can see us getting the win here. I'm just going to vines on defense here, and then I'm going to have to play my musketeer here. I have to hold on to my knight just in case he plays something else. Because I think in this in versions of this deck it has Prince and Rascals. I don't know if that's what this guy... Okay, he's not running Prince Rascals. Like, that's crazy. See, stuff like this, like, there's not really much I can really do about that, if I'm being honest with you guys. Cannon card is going to help kind of take some of that stuff out. I'm gonna have... Okay, I'm gonna do something a little bit risky here, okay? Because, you know, no risk, no reward. But we're gonna go for that snowball. And we do catch the Skarmy. Oh my gosh, okay, we are going to get the cannon card on the tower. You just got predict... Oh my gosh, and we're gonna get absolutely nothing out of that cannon card. That is so depressing. Oh, that is so sad. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play my mortar there. Like, bro, what is this? This is crazy. Okay, let's just start this in the back. I'm gonna go ahead and just play my vines there and get rid of that princess, because why not? And then what do I want to do? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start the knight right here. Then I'm going to go for that graveyard, and then I'm going to go for the evil mortar, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the snowball right here, because the evil mortar should lock onto that Skarmy, so we're going to get all of that there, and then we should be locked onto the tower. Wow, that's crazy that we didn't lock onto the tower there, but I think we will at least get some splash onto the tower here. I'm going to have to go ahead and play my vines on defense right there, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. We're going to go ahead and get a musketeer down here as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead and play my knight here. I'm going to go ahead and snowball right there just to push all of that into the knight. I'm going to get the guards down on all of that. He's probably going to go for the Skarmy there. That's okay with me. Okay, we'll play the cannon cart right here just to kind of help take out that Skarmy and as well as kind of focus on that princess eventually. He's going to go for the really high Dark Goblin, which was a little bit of a mistake. I'm going to ignore one of those sides and I'm going to just we're going to take some damage there, don't get me wrong, but we do have the Musketeer and the Hero Knight going in there. He's going to play the princess. I'm just going to go ahead and play the vines there. And then I'm going to go ahead and play the mortar right here. We're going to wait a second and then we're going to go for the guards. He is going to go for the Hero Knight and the Dark Goblin, but the mortar does lock onto that, which is good. He's going to go for the wall breakers. That's fine with me. Because then I'm going to go ahead and play the Hero Knight here. And then let's go ahead, let's play the graveyard. And then let's hold on to our snowball here. I've got that ready. Let's play the vines right here, actually. Let's get rid of that Dark Goblin and get some nice graveyard damage. Then I'm going to snowball right here, get rid of all of that, keep the Musketeer alive, and that is great damage onto the tower. And then I'm just going to split my guards here in case he goes for the Bridge Princess. We're going to go ahead and do the Knight here, and then kind of a deep Goblin Barrel. Wow, how did that connect there? That is kind of crazy. Let's get the Musketeer down right here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and play the vines on the tower, and that is going to be a win. Let's give him a good game. Let's give him a good luck. That was honestly a tough matchup, and we'll go on into the next one. Alright guys, we're on to the next matchup. I'm going to go ahead and play that mortar there, because the mortar first play is the Benny special, and then it's going to play... Whoa, what is going on here, man? I don't like this at all. Alright, what do I want to do here, guys? I'm going to Musketeer on this side, and then we'll take out the Fire Spirits, and we'll deal with that Furnace pretty easily. I'm not going to back that up, right? You know, I was itching a little bit. I was thinking, ooh, it's time to graveyard, it's time to graveyard, but it's not. It's not time to graveyard at all. It is the worst time for us to play that graveyard. Instead, I'm going to cycle my Knight in the back and hope that Barbarian doesn't get a hit on the tower by some stupid interaction with the Ice Spirit. And thankfully, it's not going to, so we're good. He's going to play the Goblin Hut in the back. That is beautiful for a guy like me, because I'm going to cannon cart here, and then I'm going to go for the graveyard. Just because, you know, he's putting a lot of elixir into everything, and so I think this is a good time for us to go for that. Oh my gosh, he's got the poison. That is depressing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and snowball here just to get rid of those Spear Goblins. Also get a little bit of damage on that Goblin Hut, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the mortar here, actually, because we have the cannon cart there, so it's a little bit harder for him to defend and take out that mortar necessarily, just because we have all of that. And then the cannon cart will actually get that Furnace pretty low, which is amazing. And then he's going to go ahead and bar barrel, so I'm going to get the Knight down here. And then because he bar barreled and he furnace, I'm going to go for the guards behind this, actually, because I think that's going to be a little bit more difficult for him to defend. Let's pop the Hero Knight ability here as well, just to get that extra HP. I guess I could have gone for my vines, but do I want to do it? No, I don't want to do it. That's definitely not going to be the move. But we did get some okay damage there. I think this guy has graveyard as well, which is scary because honestly, he can chip me down as much as he wants here. The only thing I will say here is that if he plays his poison offensively, we can go for a graveyard and it will be much more difficult for him to defend. But even then, I don't feel like he has a lot of trouble defending our graveyards, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and just play the graveyard here. He's going to play the furnace, or the poison there. So now I'm going to go ahead and play my vines there, just so that our graveyard can get a little bit of extra damage onto everything. And we're actually going to get some decent damage there. And I'm hoping the mortar splashes on the furnace. It does. That is huge for us. So let's go ahead and get another cannon cart down here. And then let's get the Hero Knight in front. Let's go ahead. Let's play the mortar here. And let's wait and see how he chooses to defend this. I'm going to go ahead and pop that Hero Knight ability there, just to keep everything off of the cannon cart there. And then, okay, we're going to take a bit of, not damage, but we're not going to get damage, but that's okay. I'm going to play the Musketeer there. There's the poison. That's fine with me. Let's let the Musketeer take everything out. I'll cycle the guards in the back there just to get that going. Let's go ahead and cannon cart up high, and then I'm going to go for the graveyard here. And then we've got our Evo Snowball ready. Let's go ahead. Let's play the vines here. Boom, and we're going to get that down. Hopefully we can get a little bit of damage there on the tower. And then his Evo Knight is going to go down, which is actually really important for us here to stop him from having too much of a dangerous push. He's going to go for the graveyard. Let's go ahead. Let's get the guards down here, and we're going to take all of that out. And we should defend this graveyard decently well, actually. I don't think we have to worry too much. We will take some damage, though. And then I'm going to go ahead and play the mortar here. And keep in mind, we do have our Evo Snowball that we can use if we need to. He's going to really stack up here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and play my cannon cart right here. And we're going to get some good value out of that. And then he's going to go ahead and play the hut there. I'm going to go ahead and play my vines onto that furnace just to kind of get it a little bit lower. Let's get the Knight down there. Let's let the cannon cart do its thing. defensively, and then that furnace got so much value there, dude. Honestly, let's play the Evo Mortar on this side. We can go for that Evo Snowball if we need to, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then we do get the Evo Mortar lock on the tower. Let's get the cannon cart in front. This guy went a little bit too aggressive there. Let's play the Evo Snowball there, keep all of that off of the tower, and then I'm gonna go ahead and play the Knight here. Let's get the vines on that furnace there to keep that cannon cart alive, and then I'm gonna go ahead and play the Musketeer on this side. Boom. Don't let that Ice Spirit reset the mortar. Let's pop the turret down there. Let's get some extra firepower. One more mortar shot is amazing for us, and then let's go ahead and just, oh my gosh, the mortar got pushed, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and play the Graveyard, and then I'm going to cycle the Snowball, and then I'm gonna go ahead and play the Vines, and that's going to be a win for us. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one.